Have you ever been told that you don't think before you act? Well, you might actually have a high risk tolerance. Why can that be helpful or hurtful in business? Well, let me tell you about it. Well, the reason I started this channel is because I have a high risk tolerance. I've always kind of acted before I thought. I found that action was something I could do better than thinking. No, I'm not a dummy. Our company we started about 7 years ago, Curb Appeal Power Wash. Here in 2023, we just finished up our first year ever doing $1 million a year in revenue. I'm not saying that bragging. I'm just saying, look what you can do by actions. But I've made a lot of problems along the way, a lot of challenges that I could have avoided, and I want to help share those things with you. Through my process, what I have to do is learning. There's a lot of things that I could have learned to do better, faster, or to not gamble with my family's financial future. Why do you think most businesses go out of business? Well, there's a lot of different answers for that. I could say from lack of planning, but then also a big one you may not have heard is lack of diversity with personality types. So if you're the kind of guy who says, yeah, I do tend to take risks. I do tend to just go do before I think. Well, that could mean that if you say, I want to start a business because I don't have any cash in the bank, or just like my story, I got let go from a company, now I gotta go feed my family. You're the kind of person that's going to take more risks involved and later on going, gee, I wish I would have done that better. Hey, hopefully you haven't gone through bankruptcy too many times yet to figure this out, but there's a few things you can kind of learn together. So on this channel, I'm going to be covering different things. I've got a lot of different books here. These are, of course, all of them. You would think I'm a super smart person because all the books I have. No, people just recommended me books. Thank you on the shelf. But now I'm going to say, I'm taking this off the shelf. I'm going to read it, how it applies to my company and my business and my future, and maybe you can kind of glean from that as well. So welcome to the channel. Pull up a good pen and paper. I'll go over some of the books that I'm reading. Hopefully you can kind of glean something through that. But also to answer that question, why do most businesses go out of business? Well, because it's without the plan. Let me give you an example. We have this generation called the baby boomers, like my parents, and they're retiring from their jobs for years. They've been doing that for the last, seven or so years. And they took that cash that they had to think about, save for, and now they have it. And I've got an idea. I want to start a business. Normally, if you're like me, you'd have to kind of create a plan of some sort. How am I actually going to make money if I need to go to the bank and get, like, say, a $500,000 loan? Wow, that's a lot of planning. That's a lot of research. I'm going to be interviewing different people. I'm going to spying on different companies with my binoculars or driving up and seeing how they're doing things. I got to come up with a plan if anyone's going to approve me for $500,000. But imagine if you've already got that in your 401k and you say, "Oop, problem solved. Now I can go in business a whole lot faster." And that is a problem we're seeing today with a lot of businesses going out of business because they didn't have to plan, or because they have a very high risk tolerance. Like myself, I just want to keep driving, but they need that personality of somebody else saying, hold on, let's kind of analyze this a little better. Let's look at some of these numbers. Oh my gosh, a number person, this is going to slow me down. This is like an accountant or HR. I always want to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Well, those kind of personality diversity in your company or in your circle of influence could help you stay in business. So grab a pen and paper, let's get started.